Let it roll. They say he walked in quiet, no name upon his face, carrying heavy shadows that time refused to erase. He moved like someone haunted, like someone barely free, as if the world had carved a verdict that he never chose to be. He stepped inside that old bar, the one lit low and dim, where worn-out souls and empty glasses kept stories buried within. Most folks didn't notice him, but someone in the corner did. Not for the weight he carried, but for the truth he tried to keep hid. They talk about his silence like it was some kind of crime, but no one hears the echoes of a man who did his time. A sentence not for guilt, but for a lie someone had spun. The world picked him for punishment before the trial had begun. He didn't ask for mercy, didn't beg for sympathy, just needed somewhere quiet where his heartbeat could breathe free. And there, in that dim-lit corner with no fanfare, name or plea, a pair of watching eyes found him, eyes that saw what he could be. 'Cause sometimes a soul recognizes what the world refuses to see, that even the wrongly broken still have dreams they ache to free. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. That's what the shadows whispered when they touched his history. Where others saw the damage, someone saw the victory. The way he rose from ashes, the way he fought silently. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. In a heart cracked open, a truer song can breathe. Where you hear the trouble, another hears the plea. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. They say the one who watched him didn't look like all the rest, didn't stare with fear or judgment, but with patience manifest. There was something in the posture, in the tremble of his hand, that spoke of years surviving where no soft lights ever stand. She or he, the voice changes, had a gift for sensing pain, for knowing when a wounded stranger stood out in the pouring rain. So they lifted up their eyes as he lowered his to the floor, and two quiet souls collided in a moment made for more. The old blues guitars played on his fingers shaking with age, strumming chords that carried stories far beyond the smoky stage. A slow blues, heavy and aching, crawled out of his guitar, the kind that gives a wanderer permission to be who they are. And the man in the corner listened, trying hard to disappear. But music is a witch, it calls out what you fear. A true blues doesn't ask you for the truth behind your eyes. It just cracks your soul wide open and lets your hidden heart rise. And the one who watched could hear without asking, without push, that there was a whole life screaming in his silence, in his hush. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. That's what the brave ones notice when the blinded fail to see. Where you point at shackles, someone else sees dignity. Will you expect the downfall? Another sees who he could be. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. 'Cause nobody's a failure if their soul still tries to breathe. In the darkest broken places blooms a stubborn little seed. Imperfect for you, perfect for me. Outside the world was talking like it always loves to do, spreading tales that he was danger, that his past defined his truth. They said that once you touch a prison, you're forever stained inside. That a man who's seen a cell block has no more place to hide. But who decides the value of a life beneath the sun? Who has a right to measure what another soul has done? People throw their stones with ease and don't look back to see how many hearts are shattered by their blind hypocrisy. They say he dropped his gaze when he overheard someone speak, not from shame or guilty conscience, but from wounds that made him weak. Words cut deeper when they're false, when they echo lies untrue. And his story was a burden he wasn't sure he could undo. But the blues kept on unfolding and the watcher understood. They didn't see a convict, they saw a man still doing good. Not the crime he never committed, not the shadow falsely cast, but the soul still searching softly for a place to breathe at last. Time brings healing, but he arrived without repair. They say forgetting frees you, but he carried too much despair. They say some are born broken, but that was never his fate. The world cracked him open slowly, yet he still rose against the weight. And the one who watched him knew it, he wasn't flawless, wasn't pure, but his truth was so transparent that it rang deep and sure. A truth that didn't cry loudly, that didn't flood or scream.